Have you been trying to learn to code, but you actually just hate it? You hate the process, you're not making any progress, you're not liking what you're doing at all. Maybe you've tried to learn how to code, you just want to get a little better or maybe get that job, but you just can't get past all these stupid tutorials you see all the time. I wanted to take the time in this video to talk about my foolproof way of learning how to code. And my hope is that it breaks you out of the rut and gets you to actually learn how to code the right way so you can have this as a lifelong skill. So I'm gonna break this video up into basically three sections. The first section is, why does everyone hate tutorials and LeetCode so much when learning to code? In the next section, I'm gonna talk about what exactly is missing from all these approaches. And the last section is my plan, how I learn new languages, and also a way that many people that I have mentored found ways to enjoy learning to code. So stick around to the end, and I wanna see what you guys want to build out of this process. So why does everyone just hate on tutorials? Why do they call it tutorial hell? Why do they always say the interview process is broken and LeetCode is dumb? Well, it really all boils down to am I gonna be doing this in a job? And the answer is no. For LeetCode, you're not gonna be grinding through algorithms on a daily basis. That's completely not what the job looks like, and that's what people get so frustrated with. The same goes with tutorials. Tutorials almost always are having you build up an app from scratch. And that can be invigorating, but no one, especially junior engineers, even mid-level, and sometimes even senior engineers, will not be building up apps from scratch. They will be jumping into existing systems. Almost every engineering team is never going to trust a junior engineer to start up and spin up a whole new app from scratch. That's the reality, and that's why tutorials suck, and then they make it so hard for you to enjoy the process. So when thinking about these approaches, about tutorials, about LeetCode, is what's missing? Well, why does it suck? And one of the biggest things about learning how to code is enjoying the process. And to enjoy the process, you kind of have to have a mission or something that you're really excited about in order for you to really power through and learn the new language. I say power through because in coding, in software, there are many times where you're gonna get frustrated and stuck on a problem. And if you already hate the process, then you're gonna give up. You're gonna quit right away. But if you have a passion project, if you have a goal in mind that you really want to achieve, then you're gonna power through those hard spots, or you're gonna find some new solutions, and you're gonna learn and come through the hard parts having learned a lot more. So this comes to the whole purpose of this video, and how do I mentor people that are learning how to code, and how do I get them to power through these sort of things? And one of the first things I want to say is that if you have a passion project or an idea that you deeply want to have be a reality, that's one of the most necessary things for you to enjoy the process and really dive into the coding thing, because that passion, because that drive is going to power you through the dark times of learning how to code. So the next question probably is, how do I find tutorials or guides to build the thing that I want? And the answer is, I need you guys to think about working backwards. Okay, so let's think about tutorials out there. If we look at Code with Antonio, is one of the most amazing YouTube channels. He builds clones of different very popular sites, Miro, Twitter, Twitch, in 8 to 10 hour videos where he goes from the beginning all the way to end and creates a clone. Now that tutorial sounds exciting and you can go through the whole thing, but that's still a tutorial, and that's the problem. So this is my secret formula. What I want you guys to do, if you're learning how to code or you're trying to get through that next stage of learning how to code, is I want you to ignore the entire video. I want you to go to the end, and nearly all these tutorials at the end will have the sample project on GitHub. What I want you to do, I want you to pull those projects down onto your computer and get them running. Get them running as the finished product. Now, what's exciting about that is that's exactly what it's going to be like to be a real developer, to be a professional developer. You're going to be pulling down code and getting stuff that you've never touched running on your machine. That's always the first step. That step alone is going to have you learn a lot about how it's set up, and you're going to run into problems, and that's fine. How you power through those problems is another learning phase. Step 2, what I want you to do is treat this project like it is something in the professional world. You make yourself your own tickets. Make a ticket to say, let's pretend that you're doing the Miro one. So you get the Miro code base, You get it down locally, and you write yourself a task of saying, instead of these tickets, I want them to have the background of Nicolas Cage. Or another thing is you can play around with it and you can find how something acts a little weird. And then you can follow yourself your own little bug and learn how to fix it in an existing code base. That's going to teach you how to traverse all of the code and see how it works and fix the right things. And the best part is you still have that video that you can go back to and find the chapter where he wrote that code and understand the structure behind it and have him explain it. This is going to be very similar to real world experience. Diving into existing code bases, having a task that you are more excited about, and trying to fix that thing or make it real. And you can make anything just goofy. You can make the whole thing look like a 90s web page. You can also play with the code to maybe interface with an API, maybe like your ChatGPT login, just anything. This is where you can get creative and have fun with it. The key is to have fun. Now, in the description, I'm going to link to as many of these tutorials, some of these GitHub repos that I've found for you guys to just pull down to your local computer and play around with. And in the comments, let me know some crazy ideas that you have where you're going to just mutilate these websites into doing something that you like, because that's where the real learning happens, is when you get something that's already working and you morph it into something that's exciting. And guess what? You can break things, and then you can ask the right questions, use ChatGPT to help you debug, and that's the idea. So let me hear in the comments about what you guys are building, what kind of crazy ideas that you want to create. Also, I want to have one last disclaimer, is that it is also completely okay that you don't actually like how to code. You don't like to code. There's a lot of things about coding in this industry that it's not great, and it's something that I hate as well. But you won't know until you really try to make something your own. And if you hate coding, that's fine. But one of the key lessons that I'm trying to instill in people is that at some point, coding becomes fun is when you're able to confidently create things that you want, that come into your brain, that you want to see be real. Once you're able to confidently be able to build nearly anything you want, that's when coding gets exciting. That's when coding is fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep on hacking away, guys.